fellow Pokemon fans, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Brascoin, and today I am doing a Pokemon video that I've been wanting to do for a long time now. I've been playing Pokemon for about 22 years of my life, and I've had quite a big opportunity to make some significant Pokemon fails. So this is my condensed list of my top 5 Pokemon fails from Generation 3. Let's face it, Pokemon fans, one of the most annoying and time-consuming aspects of all of Pokemon is completing the Pokédex. It's one thing to gather your Pokemon for your ultimate team to take on the Elite Four and challenge all of those gym leaders and become the Pokemon champion. It's another entirely to take on the arduous task of filling in every single page of that Pokédex. To do so, this means grinding. A lot of grinding. But hey, there are a few nuggets of hope spread throughout the game as you journey through your Pokemon quest. This nugget of hope comes in the form of a rare candy. A rare candy is an item found within the game that grants you the ability to level up your Pokemon by 1 level. You can use it on any Pokemon you want, and if you do so strategically, you can save yourself a lot of time. If you do so unstrategically, you will end up wasting them. The decision on which Pokemon to use this nugget of hope on, this rare candy, can often be a long thought out process that's going to give you the most benefit. It can also end up being an impulsive decision. As I was hard at work on my Hoenn region Pokedex in Pokemon Sapphire on one of my first playthroughs through the game, I had a team of Pokemon that I was working tirelessly to level up and evolve to fill in some pages of the Pokedex. One Pokemon I had in my team was a level 9 Cascoon. As you may know, Cascoon evolves into Dustox at level 10. Another Pokemon I had in my team at the time was a level 48 Shelgon. You may remember that Shelgon evolves into Salamence at level 50. Now one would think, it's going to take a lot more experience to level up that Shelgon into a Salamence than it is going to be to evolve the Bug-type Pokemon, the weakest of all Pokemon, and the easiest to level up. Well, I decided, hey, Cascoon is 1 level away from evolving. I'm going to use my rare candy on Cascoon and evolve it into a Dustox to get it out of my party and get something else into my party that I can then start leveling up. It was only after the rare candy was used and the Dustox was fully evolved and I was getting the congratulatory message that I realized I should have used my rare candy on a Shelgon at level 49. That would have saved me the most experience points at the time. So coming in at number 5 is wasting a rare candy. Coming in at number 4 on my Pokemon fail list is yet again in Pokemon Sapphire. In one of my first playthroughs through the game, I had taken on Mount Pyre and eradicated the Team Aqua members therein. I had followed them all the way to Lily Cove and kicked them out of their own hideout, gaining a Master Ball in the process. I then surfed on over to Moss Deep City, challenged the gym leaders, Liz and Tate, winning the Mind Badge from them of course, and through a series of Pokemon catching and whatnot, I ended up putting my Master Ball into the Pokebox. I then progressed all the way through to where Archie awakens Kyogre and followed them all the way to Sootopolis City, catching quite a few Pokemon along the way. After making the journey through the Cave of Origins, I found myself face to face with the legendary Pokemon on the box of the game. That legendary Pokemon is Kyogre. I stood there in front of Kyogre, pondered, looked at it, thought to myself, wow, that's a really cool Pokemon. I'm gonna catch it. So I challenged the Pokemon to battle and I start whittling away at its health. Took a little bit of while because my starter was a Swampert. So water on water, not very effective. But eventually, I got it down into that sweet spot. I got that Pokemon into the yellow zone just before it transitions into red. Right before it starts the fight or flight method and just starts being a pain in the butt to catch. So I journey over to my bag and I click into the bag, get into the ball portion of the bag and find it is empty. I had challenged a legendary Pokemon without taking my Master Ball back out of the PC. I challenged a legendary Pokemon without having any kind of Pokeball whatsoever in my inventory. And that is fail number 4, challenging a legendary without a Pokeball. While we're on the topic of the Master Ball, that brings me to fail number 3 in my Pokemon journey. For this next fail, it's a fail that a lot of us have probably accidentally done a time or two, and it's one that's easily fixed. Annoying to fix, but fixable all the same. We've progressed our journey, we've collected that elusive Master Ball, and we've nestled it safely in our bag. We know that we want to use it for our legendary, and the legendary is coming quick. That legendary isn't going to stand a chance. So we progress through our story, we catch some Pokemon, we save a couple times, so on and so forth, and then we find a Pokemon we really like. We think, I don't have that one in my Pokedex. That one that took a lot of time to find. I want to catch it. And then you excitedly go to your bag, you arrow to the ball you want, and you click A to use it. Only to find out that somewhere in your excitement, you misclicked. You clicked down an extra time, you didn't click down enough, you didn't have the Pokeballs where you thought they were. All of a sudden, you've used your Master Ball. The dreaded message appears across the screen. Insert player name here, used Master Ball. And that was it. Your Master Ball was gone. Only to be seen whenever you encounter that Pokemon in the Pokebox, because let's face it, it wasn't that cool anyways, and you're kind of ticked off that you accidentally used your Master Ball on it. Either that, or you reset the game to give yourself another chance to use the Master Ball effectively. That is fail number 3, using the Master Ball on a stupid Pokemon. The topic of misclicking brings us to fail number 2. I have had the misfortune of misclicking a number of times throughout the Pokemon series and on into other games especially. On one such occasion that I found infuriating above all else in my Pokemon playthroughs happened while I was playing, once again, Pokemon Sapphire. I had been exploring the area around Pacific Log after catching Kyogre, of course, and did some diving around, and I ended up finding the sealed chamber. Took me a little bit of time to figure out the encoded message in Braille, but eventually I got the message. First comes Relicanth, then comes Wailord. Not having a Wailord or Relicanth at the time, I began my hunt for those Pokemon. Now I had to catch a Wailmer, which you can probably catch around level 23 to 30 depending on where you're at. And the Relicanth is pretty easy to find outside the entrance to Sootopolis City. Just takes a little bit of time, a trial and error to get it to appear. So I caught myself a Relicanth after a little while, and then I went up to catch my Wailmer. After a couple hours of leveling it up to evolve it into a Wailord, I found myself back at Sealed Chamber. I used the Pokemon in the correct order and opened up the chamber. Opening up the location that I would later find out led to the 3 Reggies: Regirock, Regice, and Registeel. Instead of going to hunt them down, I continued to search to see what else I could find around Pacific Log Town, and ended up at Sky Pillar, finding Sky Tower to be immensely intriguing based on the fact that it was a giant tower that was still standing but yet crumbling. I decided to use my Mach Bike to explore the tower. I navigated the perilous falling floor tiles and found myself all the way up at the top. And who would have thought that what stood before me would be the legendary Pokemon Rayquaza? Knowing that I had saved my Master Ball just in case Kyogre wasn't the only legendary that I could catch in that game, I fearlessly encountered Rayquaza and started the battle. Upon entering the battle, I excitedly arrowed over to my bag and clicked A, only to find out that I had accidentally, once again, misclicked. Not only did I arrow right to my bag, I simultaneously arrowed down. If you are looking at the screen and know what button is right and down from the starting position, that is run. I had unwittingly and unintentionally hit run in the legendary battle, and the dreaded message went across my text screen saying, "You got away safely." I had accidentally ran from probably the coolest legendary I had ever seen up to that point. And that is Pokemon fail number 2. Running from a legendary. Coming in at number 1 on my list of top 5 Pokemon fails comes from my very first playthrough of Pokemon Sapphire. I know that this was my first playthrough because it would never happen after their first playthrough. In the original release of Pokemon Sapphire and Pokemon Ruby version 1.0 for USA, there was some mistranslated text and some text that they later decided in future editions that they wanted to change. One such example appears at the very beginning of Pokemon Sapphire. It was Christmas of 2002 and Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire had just come out. Like any second grade boy interested in Pokemon, I had requested a copy of those games for Christmas. The long-awaited day finally came and I was able to unwrap my presents to find that I had received both copies of the game. I excitedly ripped into Pokemon Sapphire, threw it into my Game Boy Advance, and turned it on and started the game. I selected Mudkip as my starter and followed Professor Birch's advice to go and battle May on Route 103. Upon entering this route, there are 2 people. The water. Now, being a fan of Pokemon and having played the original Blue game and Red and Gold and Silver, I thought, okay, maybe my Pokemon doesn't need the HM Surf. Maybe my Pokemon can just naturally learn it. Maybe they got rid of HMs. That would be kind of cool. So I started leveling up my Mudkip. Now, I had chosen a water-type Pokemon. This made sense to me. It would naturally learn Surf. So I leveled up my Pokemon. Level 16 came. Evolved into Marshtomp. Level 36 came. I was really questioning things. It evolved into Swampert. I'm like, okay, surely. It's at its final evolution. It's gotta learn Surf. This kid says that if my Pokemon became strong enough, it could ferry me across the water. Yet every time I interacted with the water, nothing happened. I got my Pokemon to level 40. Still, no Surf. And then, the realization clicked. If I had chosen any other starter, if I had chosen Torchic or Trico, and this truly was the only way to go, I would have been stranded forever, because there's no way they would learn Surf. So I began to explore Odale Town a lot more closely. So my biggest, to this day, Pokemon fail is leveling up my starter Pokemon to level 40 in Route 103 of Pokemon Sapphire. And that concludes my top 5 list of Pokemon fails. Hopefully some of them are unique to me. However, let me know in the comments below if any have happened to you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in another video. At this time, I'd like to offer a special thank you to all of my current subscribers who are helping my channel to grow. I currently know about 51 of you by name personally, and there are about 10 of you that I still don't know who you are. Thank you immensely. Kim, Lindsay, Lisa, Hefte, Z-Zone Hardy, Declan KNZ, Augustus, TJ, Hyperdude3, Grim Exodus, Genevieve, Callie, Reed, Sean, Maximum Ride, Akahisa, JJ, Kaylee, Bailey, Gibbs, Danny, Dallas, William, Jared, Nami Cigars, Sierra, Greg, Levi, James, Aiden, Kimball, Tay, Eric, Aubrey, Jared, Butter Potato, Alpha Rose, Timothy, Flightfire21, Austin, Kisa, Naomi, Leah, Sarah, Rat Buddy, Christian, Ben, Yuji Sima, Scood, and Monkey Drip. And also to all of the unknowns. Thank you guys for subscribing to my channel, thank you for helping it to grow, and thank you for supporting me. It means a lot to me, and I hope to see my channel to grow even bigger in the near future. Once again, thank you all, and I will see you all in another video.